Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing like multiple videos in one day, so if you see this background in another video, then that's why. But like I've mentioned before, there's like some issues that been going on with this pregnancy. But before I get started, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Anyway, so this is my first pregnancy. I did not expect like so many things. I did not expect any of the things that I'm doing right now. Like I pretty much, you have the baby, you go to the doctor, you do your checkups, go home, go home, go home. But it's like for me, it's like one appointment after another appointment and blood work after blood work. So with all that being said, like I'm gonna give you a story time. If you see this in my hand, it's because I need to do my blood work, and I'm gonna explain that to you guys after everything. So I'll be right back. Here is my story time, my pregnancy journey. Ignore what's going on in the background. I just did an unboxing, a labor video. But this is my journey with my pregnancy. It's been bittersweet, stressful, because right now I have to go to appointments every single week. Every single week I have an appointment. So for the first couple months of my pregnancy, I was in Jamaica. I went to the doctor in Jamaica. Baby's fine and everything. By August I came back overseas because I had to come to my appointments, my doctor's appointments. So when I came back, I went to the appointment. They do their test. I don't know if they do this in other country or if it's an insurance thing, because I'm a vet. I have veterans insurance. So basically, whatever my doctor recommends me for, I'm gonna go there and do it. So they recommend me to the doctor because I was in the Bronx. So they recommend me to Montefiore. So I went to Montefiore, did all my tests, and they check for everything. And when I said everything, like one day I did like 16 tubes of blood. And when I say they check for everything, like disease, like if my family travel with anything that would affect the baby, because what they want to know is that basically if they could catch something, they could work on fixing it, cure it, or any of that stuff. So because my dad doesn't know his side of the family, we don't really have much to go with on what they have. And then my mom's side of the family, they don't really know what they have. They just go with they have nothing. So during my time going there, I'm good. Like everything is low. The only thing that I found out that I have is that muscle weakness, something about muscle weakness. So I don't know which side of my family that is from. So they said that I have that, which, it might be a 50-50 chance my baby might have it, or baby might have it. We don't know what needs side of the family have. It would have to run some blood tests as well. So we're just gonna wait until baby's born to do whatever blood test. But for now, the baby is good, and carry on. Then I did another test. It was a glucose test, and it's this like big bottle of nothing but sugar and water. So I did the 1 hour test. I passed it. I was good. Then the result came back that I might be high for something that gives you diabetes. So they told me to come back to take a 3-hour test. I went back and take the 3-hour test, but I could not eat prior to taking that test. I could not drink any water prior to taking that test, which is very difficult again if you're pregnant. So once I got there, I was so hungry, I was so thirsty, and then they gave it to me, nothing but sugar and water, and I just threw everything up. Because I threw everything up, I failed that test. So the first one I got was a orange one, and the next one I got was like a different flavor. So I don't know if it's the flavor that caused it, but yeah, I threw everything up, so I could not take that 3-hour test. So they wanted me to do it again, and I said I'm not gonna be doing that again because it's way too sweet for me. And because it was so sweet, like the baby was just awake and it was just kicking me constantly. It's like, I'm not gonna take that again. Like, let's try something else. So that's why I'm taking the diabetic test with my finger. So my doctor was telling me that there's a possibility that I will have gestational diabetes. So the baby's kind of giving me diabetes, but what they're trying to do is, okay, put me on medication, so by the time the baby's born, like, it will go away, because she said it could go away. So that's why I have to be doing the prick on my finger. But like, I'm getting like mixed answers about, okay, is it the numbers are good, then they were like some of the numbers are high, then like some, I was like, okay, whatever. So now she suggests insulin, and then my other doctor is suggesting medication. So he sent some medication to the pharmacy for me to go and get. So with that being said, there's a possibility that I might do a C-section. I might be induced early, but at some point they said my blood pressure was high, so they now on medication, which is now normal. So because my blood pressure was high, so I developed high blood pressure in the army, and because it was high, they put me on medication. So now the medication has stabilized my blood pressure, and I'm back to normal. So prior to that, she told me because my blood pressure was high, I might have pre-eclampsia, and I would have to deliver early via a C-section or inducement. I haven't heard them mention anything about any C-section for the last 3 weeks or any inducement for the last 3 weeks, because my blood pressure is now stabilized and normal. So they have not mentioned any of that. So that's one of the reasons I start packing my bag early, just in case. Cross fingers, just in case. But either way, the time that they give me to induce is still what do you call it, full term labor. Next, that's one of the problems I'm having. The next problem is that the baby is small. So as of 2 weeks ago, it was 4 pounds, and it was supposed to be 4 point something pounds. And now that I have to go in every single week, twice a week, to do a BPP, which is basically they just measuring the baby to measure the baby, and then to make sure that everything is breathing is fine, his heartbeat is fine, like everything is fine. He's just small, but everything is fine. He's moving fine, he's breathing fine. He's just small, which they said it's normal. Like, not everyone has big babies. So I was a small baby. I think Nate was a small baby. So the baby is just small, but he's good. Like, everything is fully developed. His heartbeat is amazing, because I get to hear it every time I go to the doctor. So that's just pretty much what's been going on. And I just be focusing on that, and then I'll be focusing on the house, because I just recently moved. I just moved in full time to the house, and trying to get everything together for the baby. I did do some unboxing and stuff, but then I didn't like the video, so I didn't post it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
So here is the item that I'm going to be using to do my blood work. And the reason why I'm basically going to be checking my diabetes, which I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. So during my pregnancy, I have gestational diabetes. I don't have it, but they're checking my blood work to see if I have it. So I'm just gonna do the test right now to show you guys how it works. So once you open it, this is pretty much what I'm gonna be using to put a snap on my finger. This is what the needle look like. So what I do is just open the top right there. You just screw it off. You place the needle inside, and then you will spin the top, and then it will remove. And then, as you can see, the needle. The first time I got it, I didn't want to prick myself because I thought it was going to be hard. So I had my mom did it for me, and then I started doing it myself. If you could see clearly, I don't know, he's going to show. Shoot, it's not showing. There's numbers on it, and then there's like a little latch there. You're just gonna place it there, and at the top it does have a hole, and then you just push the button to bring up the needle. And to snap, you just click this to like prick. So next thing I'm gonna do is here. Here is where the strips are. Inside this container, we have the blood strips. Just open it and just take on one. Then you're gonna place this part of the blood strip at the bottom of the machine, and then it should turn on. These are just extra that I put inside. My baby's awake. He's kicking me right now. He's kicking me. So like I said, the machine came on there, and then I have wipes to wipe my fingers. I'm just going to pick a finger that I want to use. I used this one this morning, so I'm not going to use that one again. So I'm going to use this middle finger, and I just wipe it. So there's no dirt, there's no nothing. And then I'm going to just get the pen and just press this button right there. And that's it. And I just kind of just try to get the blood. My husband has messaged me. Just trying to get the blood to come out, which it's not. I think I'm running out of blood. I don't know. I usually have to like squeeze it to get the blood to come out, because sometimes it's just not cooperating with me. Like right now, it's barely coming out. There you go. So there. Then I'll get the machine. If you could see on the machine, at the bottom right there, there's a little line. That's where I will put the blood. So if you get the E4 sign, that's an arrow. So there we go. Right now it is at 96. So 96. So I'm just gonna record that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have the app on my phone, which is why I paused my screen to go and record it. So I have to do this like 4 times per day, which is fasting when I just get up. I can't eat nothing 8 hours prior, and then I have to do it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And once I eat, I have to wait 2 hours to do it again. Let me rephrase that. If I eat breakfast, then I have to wait 2 hours. Then I do this again. Once I eat dinner, I have to wait 2 hours before I pick my finger again. And then for dinner, it's the same thing. And by night, I'm doing 8 hours. No eating for 8 hours, which is very difficult when you're pregnant. So that's it as far as how I do the pricking for my finger. And I appreciate y'all. So I'll see you guys at some point in the future. Bye bye.